Welcome to Brindavan, a Parthasadi family Samarpanam to our beloved parents, a space for enjoying Vaishnava Sampradaya, slokas, songs, Divya Pasarams, and much more. Namaskaram. Today we will see the Arthanubhavam of Slokam 21 of Vishnu Sahasranamam. Ayiram Namangal, Ayiram Gunangal. रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं श्रीशैलेशदयापात्रं दीपत्यादिगुणात्मकं यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिम्
मरीचिर्दमनो हंसस्वपर्णो भुजगोत्तमः हिरण्यनाभस्वतपाः पद्मनाभः प्रजापतिः.
The first Nama in Sloka 21 is Marichihi. He is the ray of light. He shows his divine form even to those who are ignorant and are blind to knowledge about him. They are not wise, like congenitally who have no vision. He is bright as a Kurukati flower, and the full moon has told in Hamsavatar. We see that this is a continuation of the previous sloka. And the Nama is Marichaye Namaha. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 36, Lord Krishna says, Dyutam chalayatam asmi tejasvinam aham jayosmi vyavasayo asmi sattvam sattvatam aham. He says, I am the splendor of the brightness. And he says about his sattvam is also sattvatam aham. He is the splendor of splendors and he is the ray of light. And we have already seen that how a very minuscule of his light is the brightness of the sun that we see on earth. The next Nama is Damanaha. He controls everything with like streams of luster, which are like the streams of water from the river Holy Ganga. And this guidance helps us to pass through the afflictions of the samsara sagara. So when we come to this materialistic world, we have the nature to go through the afflictions, which when we come to the materialistic world to enjoy earthly pleasure, there is also afflictions that happen. So Bhagavan helps us guide through these afflictions. We said there are three types of afflictions. Now let us see what are the types of problems or afflictions we have. One is self-inflicted, adhyatmikam. So we do something wrong and so we face the penalty for it. Then we have adhibhautikam, which is inflicted by others, including animals, like say a dog bites or we get hit by somebody. That is adhibhautikam. There is a third type of affliction which happens by acts of Bhagavan, which are like the natural calamities, like the flood, earthquake, etc. That is called adhidaivika. So these are the three afflictions by which we are affected, and Bhagavan, through his streams of luster, guides us to pass through this comfortably. Next Nama is Hamsaha. He manifested as a divine, beautiful swan in the Hamsa avatar. He moves very beautifully in a very enchanting manner. He relieves us from the samsara, earthly bondage, and gives us moksha. He has a very beautiful smile. That is the name of Bhagavan as Hamsa. And the Nama is Hamsaya Namaha. Nama is Suparnaha. He has two beautiful wings. This is also said in Hamsavataram. He redeems us from the ocean of Samsara Sagara and relieves us from the thoughts of material pleasures, and he leads us to the shore of the ocean, giving us moksha and eternal bliss. So he is Suparnaha. And the Nama is Suparnaya Namaha. Thirumangalvar in Periya Thirumazhi 5.7.3 also sings about Hamsavataram, where he references both Tirupati Perumal and Sri Ranganatha of Sri Rangam. மன்னமா நிலனும் மலைகளும் கடலும் வானமும் தான் அவர் உலகும் தொன்னுமா இருளாய்த் துலங்கொளி கருங்கி தொல்லை நான் மறைகளும் மறைய பின்னும் வானவர்க்கும் முனிவர்க்கும் நல்கி பிங்கருள் நிறம் கெட ஒரு நாள் அன்னமாய் அன்றங்கு அருமறை பயந்தான் அரங்கமான் நகரமந்தானே. He says that Perumal, who is both in Trivengadam and Srirangam, once when the Vedas were lost, he becomes an Annam or Hamsa. He takes Hamsavatar and retrieves the Vedas and gives it to the Devas. Now we continue from the Vyuha to the Vibhava Avatar. Previously his name is Padmanabha Amaraprabhu. It was said of the four Vyuha forms: Vasudeva, Samkarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Padmanabha Avataram was the last one, which is the Aniruddha. Here it is said that Vishnu, the first of the Vibhava Avataram, is Padmanabha. Padmanabha Avataram. So we'll start with the next of the Vibhava Avataram. Now we see Bhujagottama. The meaning goes as he is divine among the serpents, Ananta. He is a master of Adisesha, the divine serpent. He sleeps on the body of the Adisesha. We should meditate on him with the following saying: the beautiful, divine, most knowledgeable Bhagavan who is lying down on the Adiseshan, Ananta Sayanam. And the Nama is Bhujagottamaya Namaha. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 29, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, Anantaschashmami naganam varuno yada samaham pitrunam maryama chashmiyamha samyatamaham. He says, Anantaschashmi naganam. I am the Ananta or the Adisesha. In Aranya Parva, in Mahabharata, it is also said, Bhagavan Vishnu slept alone on the waters of the vast body of the divine servant, Ananta, who is possessed with limitless splendor. So that is Bhujagottama. We will now see Hiranyanabaha is the next Nama. Nabi is navel. Hiranyam is gold. So he has a golden navel, or he has a beautiful navel. One who made his beautiful navel like the golden lotus with 8 riches by his own desire. So he is called Hiranyanava. He did not need anybody to make it. By his own sankalpa or his own thought, Bhagavan made his Hiranyanava. So he is called Hiranyanava. And the Nama is Hiranyanabhaya Namaha. The next Nama is Sutapaha. He possesses supreme knowledge. Tapaha means knowledge. And he possesses immense knowledge. And here he has an auspicious form. So it's called Sutapaha. And the Nama is Sutapase Namaha. Now we'll see Padmanabha. This is very similar to Hiranyanabha. Padmam is lotus. He has a golden lotus in his navel. So he is called Hiranyabha or Padmanabha. The beautiful lotus arose from his navel when he was sleeping in his Yoganitra, in his penance. The golden mountain of the earth is said to be Mahameru. And in the Bulokam, we can see the Vibhavavataram, we can see Perumal in Anantapadmanabhan, in Thiruvananthapuram, in Kerala. The Nama is Padmanabhaya Namaha. Nammalvar in his Thiruvaimozhi 10.2 sings 11 pasurams on Thiruvananthapuram. கெடுமிடராய எல்லாம் கேசவாய் என்ன நாளும் கொடிவினை செய்யும் கூற்றின் தமர்களும் குறுகில்லார் விடமுடை அரவில் பள்ளி விரும்பினான் சுரும்பு அலற்றும் தடைமுடை வயல் அனந்தபுரம் புகுமின்றே. He describes about Perumal Kesava lying down in Anantapuram. The last Nama in Slokam 21 is Prajapatihi. Prajapati is, he is the Lord of Brahma. Brahma is the creator of the world, but Brahma himself was created by Sri Mahavishnu. So he is the Lord of even Brahma. So he is the one who assigned the duty of creation to Brahma. And the first of Bhagavad's creation was Brahma, who came from his navel. And the Nama is Prajapatiye Namaha. To summarize Sloka 21, Bhagavan is the ray of light dispelling our ajnana, both internal and external. Here Hamsavataram is described. And he controls everything, guides us through the afflictions of samsara sagaram, and brings us to the shore, giving us moksha. There are three types of afflictions: adhyatmikam, which is self-inflicted by our own wrongdoings. The next one is adhibautikam, which is inflicted by others. It could include animals even. The third type of affliction in the samsara sagaram or during our life and material world is adhidaivikam, which is by acts of Bhagavan or acts of nature, just like a flood or an earthquake or something happening beyond our control. And he is beautiful and enchanting in Hamsavataram, and he moves along very gracefully, just like a swan moves. This brings us to the end of the Vyuhavataram, and we start with the Vibhavavataram from here. The first one in the Vibhavavataram is to say how he is the divine Adisesha, as he himself said in Bhagavad Gita. As he is lying down the Adisesha, he has a beautiful golden navel that he created out of his own sankalpa and desire. He didn't have anybody to make it. So he decided he wanted it and he made it. He is very knowledgeable. He has immense wisdom, incomparable, which a very small part of it, shares with each one of us. The beautiful lotus rose from his navel when he was sleeping in Yoganitra, doing his penance. He is authority of Brahma, whom he created and assigned the duty of creation of the world. So this is to summarize Sloka 21 and brings us to the end of the Slokam 21. See you all in Slokam 22.